The TMR gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio. The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Hazel, and Markki. Join the TMR gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1, time for the top 10 for today, and we are live on Facebook.
So join us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. But before we get to that, quickly, let's do some greets. Butter Baby, Paula, Encarnacion, who says, buti na lang hindi bumulalas yung tubig ko sa harap ng laptop. Lol at airplane, open wide, toddler play.
Oh, okay.
Toddler play. Oh, that doesn't sound right. Hello to JPV. JPV and Noel. Good morning. Which is better, turkey leg or third leg?
Ay.
Third leg. No. Baka second leg.
Oh, okay.
Hello to Height of Hubris, to your cup of Tino. EJ says, good morning. Ngayon na lang ulit nakapakinig. Time to catch up on the podcast as well. Edric, good morning. Arian, Chinito Ken, and Mayi. That's
What
it.
is that sound?
Tita JM, happy birthday.
All right.
Huh? What sound?
Okay, it's okay. Yeah, and that's it.
That's it.
All right, so let's do the top 10 for today, courtesy of Victoriano. Hashtag mature ka na ba? Let's start off at number 10, coming from Coco Hernandez. Mature ka na ba kung kaya mo nang matalo na hindi ka dinaya? You know how like some people, it's like...
And nobody wants to accept defeat.
Yeah, so if I lost, there's something wrong here. Maybe I was cheated. Maybe I was robbed. But yeah, it takes a lot to be like, you know what? I lost fair and square.
I was robbed.
Oh.
Period.
Diba? Mahirap yun hindi siya madali for some people. And number 9, coming from Lilo Boy, kapag ang pinag-uusapan nyo na, yung buhay ninyo, hindi yung buhay ng iba.
Yeah.
Talk about your lives. Diba? So, ang ano kasi standard ngayon, parang pag-usapan natin yung wala dito. So,
Wait,
yeah.
diba there was this parang statement said by someone that great minds, simple minds talk about people and great minds talk about ideas.
Oh yeah, something like that. I've heard of that.
But there's three parts to that, diba?
Parang ganun nga yan.
Events and ideas. Yeah.
And number 8, coming from EJ Rodriguez. True story, mature ka na ba? I just broke up with my very first boyfriend. We're both not out yet to our families and to majority of our friends. We just didn't see a future for us, even though we know we still love each other. And at our age, late 20s, we just don't want to waste time on a half-baked love. Well, if it got you to that point that you decided to break up, maybe it was the right decision.
Yeah.
Kasi pag mahal mo, di ba, meron kang like, but wait, but I love you. Let's stick it out. So,
ilaban natin to.
The fact that you were like able to bring it to the logical level, baka nga, you're better off, apart.
FU lang, small minds discuss people, average minds discuss events, great minds discuss ideas.
Yun, yeah.
That's what it is. All right.
And number 7, coming from Camilo, mature ka na ba? Do you say, I'm sorry for what I did? Or I'm sorry if I made you feel like I did something wrong?
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, not sorry.
And number 6 from Archa Aguilar, mature ka na ba? What do you mean mature ka na ba? Maybe what you mean is boring ka na ba? Grabe
Kasi
siya.
pag mature ka na, nababawasan na yung drama
Hindi dapat siya
Ano, sour grapes.
sour grapes. At saka make it, like what could have been potentially a great event for them, besmirch it.
Yeah, you're ruining
You just ruined it by, alam mo yung deserve naman nila, pero palalabasin mo parang,
Di nila deserve.
Yeah.
like favoritism, or may affair sila kasi ni boss. Like,
Uh-huh.
find some malicious way to destroy what was fairly theirs.
True.
Number 4 for Mrs. G. Changwo. Mature ka na ba? Pag kaya mo nang i-shut out people from your life and walk away from unhealthy and toxic friendships and just choose your peace. Kasi minsan it's not necessary. I mean, obviously, it sounds very aggressive. Pero minsan, like, literally, wag mo naman wag mo naman, you know what I mean? But like, just walk away from certain people.
Yeah.
Could be the best for both of you. And
Yeah,
it's
sometimes.
alam mo yun, yung not to the point na siraan kayo, or you know what I mean? Or you try to pull each other down, but literally just to walk away.
Yeah, that's what I've realized. Sometimes it's better to just like let things go. It'll make life so much easier. Even if you
Yeah.
built like this really good relationship with someone
Yeah.
for years and years, but it's not working out anymore and it's ruining your mental health.
Yeah.
It's messing with everything that you stand for and it's making your days worse than it's making them better. Then maybe it's time to just cut it off and go your separate ways.
You
At
don't
saka-
want things to reach that ugly point
Yes,
kasi.
yes.
Point of no return.
Mm.
Diba?
And it's like, yeah, I mean, like, it's unfortunate, but sometimes it's necessary.
It is necessary.
And yeah, just do it.
But there are moments when you think you're being mature by ending it. But because maybe you're really both not fully over the relationship, it becomes toxic even post breakup.
Oh, that's
You know what I mean?
bad,
Like,
yeah.
kasi madaming unresolved feelings eh. And it's not because you hate each other. It's probably because you still love each other and you're not together. And that's why like you're lashing out.
Yeah.
And ang ending, either nag-aaway kayo or you're bad-mouthing each other.
Yeah.
Yung mga ganon.
Ayun yung pangit. Kasi like, minsan it's like, aren't we just so much better off? Like, on our own?
Yeah.
Diba? And it's like, you're thriving, I'm thriving, we're good. And we don't have to be good, but
Mhm.
we're good wherever we are. And yeah,
Di ba on Thursday, ikaw, you're gonna be thriving.
Thursday.
O si Markki ba yung magta-thrive?
I'm gonna be thriving, yes. And then
mag-road trip
we're gonna
tayo.
we're gonna have dinner and
Pero ano lang tayo eh, city thriving. Hindi naman tayo out of
Hindi nga
town.
tayo out of town
Out of
thriving.
town
Oo.
thriving. Oo. Basta kailangan ano ka. You thrive carefully.
I love the face that you gave us. I feel like I saw my own face when
Our
you gave
faces.
this to us.
or better thriving than throbbing.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I don't want to hear the
seriously.
word throbbing right now.
That's right.
There is throbbing in my ear.
Yeah, and I don't want to see any more of these throbbing cases these
But
days.
you like
Have you
ano,
seen?
diba? You love throb.
Boston throb.
Yes, Boston throb.
Ako, I don't like throbs.
Hmm.
Throbbers. I don't like throbbers.
Throbbers,
Yeah,
magnanakaw.
madaming ganon ngayon.
Ay, oo naman.
Madaming
Si
throbbings.
Otlum. Ay, hindi pala.
Hindi.
Hindi siya pumasok.
Nakita lang niya sa table yun eh.
My dad.
Oo, tapos binenta pa niya.
Binalik niya naman yung SIM card.
Oo. Binalik niya yung SIM card. Oo.
Number 3 from Hey Tina. Mature ka na ba to understand the feelings and sentiments of the people around you and not invalidate what they're going through? And I think what's important to kasi we say this a lot, diba? Pero I think what's important to point out is not invalidating what they feel doesn't necessarily mean that you agree.
Mm.
You could actually disagree with how they're reacting to things or why they feel the way they feel, but you don't have to invalidate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yung parang-
entitled to feel how they want to feel.
Like, that's not how I would react. That's not how I would feel about the situation. But you know what? That's how you feel. So,
I'm
I
gonna
get
let
it.
you do you. Yeah.
yes.
You do
Diba?
you.
A lot of people feel kasi na parang, paano kung mali yung ano? Like, yeah, I get it. You don't have to agree with it, but don't invalidate
But don't
it.
invalidate it.
So that's
Yeah.
how they feel. You know, like when sometimes you see people crying because of something, and then you're like, sus, kaliit-liit na bagay.
Oh, that's
iniiyakan mo."
invalidating their
That's
feelings.
invalidating
Yes.
it. Maybe you wouldn't cry about, let's say the person lost their phone and they were crying. It's like, it's just a phone. Why are you crying? You don't have to cry if you lose your phone, but let other people cry if
Yeah.
they feel like that's
They
how
want to
they feel.
cry, right? If they need to cry, let them cry.
Number 2 from Prince Kingsman. This is interesting. Mature ka na ba? You seldom take anything personally anymore. Kasi deep in your heart of hearts, you know that people are not necessarily against you. They are just for themselves.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So
Sometimes that's
just
the
because
case.
you're pitted against each other, it doesn't mean they want you to fail. They just want them to succeed. And sometimes them succeeding means you will have to fail.
You will
That is
have to
perfectly
fail.
normal.
Diba?
Yeah.
And
Because, sometimes it's a competition, right?
kasi
in all
parang minsan when
aspects.
you take it personal, it's like, no, you hate me. You want me
Uh-uh.
personally to fail.
Why are you taking everything away from me?
Oo, na parang, actually, no, they're just looking out for themselves.
Mm.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a world of a difference pag na-realize mo na, it's not me.
And remember, you should be your own number one.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
do the same too.
Exactly.
Diba? I mean,
Yes.
that's why you're there to compete. And who do you want to win? Yourself. And the top, mature ka na ba, comes from Tampupu.
Tampupu says.
Kapag narinig mo yung kanta ni Bad Bunny na may pregunto, makikikanta ka ba
Ano yung
o
may pregunto?
tatawa ka ng malakas?
Ano ba yung may pregunto?
Hindi ko maalala yung title eh. Kung ikaw, alam mo, then ikaw magsabi.
Ah.
Gusto ko yung...
Titi may pregunto.
Titi may pregunto.
Oo. Ganon, di
Titi
ba?
may pregunto.
So, ikaw.
Alam mo, I
kanta
keep
ka ba?
forgetting the may pregunto part. Kasi, di ba, remember, we talked about this, no, we talked about it. Di ba, you asked
Why am I
me.
not surprised?
Hindi ko nakalimutan. Tapos sa bahay, kinakanta ko siya, pero pinapalitan ko yung the mi pregunto
Mi
because I couldn't
Pregunto.
remember to ni Facundo. It rhymes! It sounds like it! It sounds like the song!
So say it again.
Ni Facundo. Ni Facundo. Oh, di ba? Pwede. Ito naman si Bad Bunny kasi.
Okay,
Mm.
so ito na si bad co-host. Hindi na Bad Bunny. Oo, sige. Let's just move on. We will be playing a couple of songs in the RX booth, but we will stay on Facebook Live.
For now, more music. Here's something from Zachary Knowles, Wrong Side on the Monster.
We're back.
Hello. Chico has the whole parang streaming lighting going on. Parang kang nagsistream.
Oh, yeah. Kasi madilim.
Parang naririnig ko pa yung music. Hazel.
What?
Naririnig ko pa dito. Yung music.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
sorry. Hindi kasi naka-on to. Yan.
Okay. There you go.
There you go.
Hello to John Aquino who says, Hi Markki, 3 days na akong nanonood ng stream mo ng Pokemon
Ayan,
Scarlet and
legit
Violet.
stream.
Yung Saturday 13th. That's why people are calling me now Markki Stream.
Markki stream!
Saturday, 13 hours. And nung Sunday, 9 hours. Kahapon, yes. When I found out na I was negative 3 hours. Congrats pala sa 8 badges sa Pokemon Violet. Yeah, not just 8 badges. I've basically beaten the game in such a quick time. And I found out that we're only like mga 10 who completed the game already. So, Adikan.
May neon lights ka ba sa background mo pag nagsistream ka? Sabi ni Juice Blanc, kulang na lang neon light sa background ni Chico, parang streamer mode na siya. Pahiramin ko yung neon lips ko kay Chico.
Sabi ni Juice Blanc, Markki Strom, present tense ng Markki Strom.
Markki stream. Well, Chico has the RX lights behind him.
Yeah, and it's actually really funny. Like, interestingly enough, diba, like I've been on TV and stuff like that. nowadays, like walking even around Eastwood, like people are like, I watched your stream yesterday. I watched your stream.
Oh,
So streaming nowadays is like it's a thing.
it is. It is. It has been for a while.
Yeah, I just never got into it, I guess. But then again, we kind of stream every day, diba? It's like a
Yeah.
podcast ish. Kailan yung Pokemon Scarlet and Violet event? That is on the 25th to the 27th. That's Friday to Sunday this weekend. So if you guys are available, it's in Robinsons, Manila. And we'll be giving a lot of prizes away. I don't actually know too much yet. Super NDA. I'm only going to find out tomorrow during our meeting. I'm meeting the Pokemon company tomorrow. I'm so excited. I love those
Exciting.
guys. So I will find out. But I don't think I can say anything yet until the event that's this weekend. So see you all on the 25th in Robinsons, Manila.
Let's say hello to Madame Sai, Sir Efren, and Mess Cam of Brew and Bon Cafe
See
from
Mess
Oyi.
Cam.
It's spelled mess.
Like Mess Heart.
Mess hot.
Hello, 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 hello.
Past tense daw ba ng Markki stream? Markki Strum.
So the past tense of Markki's stream is Markki Strom, and the future tense is Markki Strong.
Ah.
Mm-mm. And what's interesting, that's funny, right? Stream in English, ström in Norwegian is current.
Oh.
So, diba? Interesting. Oyi says, please greet Madame Sai, Sir Efren, and Mess. Oh, yeah. That's what Hazel said. Kamag-anak niyo ba si Markki Stroke? Si Nero pala yun. Si Nero pa lang nagsabi ng Markki stream. Siya pa lang naglagay. Japat says, is the Pokemon Company ba ang responsible sa Pokemon series? Baka pwede matanong why after 25 years saka palang nanalo si Ash at 10 years old pa. That is really funny. That is really annoying. I think it's the Chico paradigm. I think that's why Chico relates to Ash Ketchum so much. Kasi for 25 years, 10 years old si Ash, di ba? Si Chico naman, 25 years na, 36.
Correct.
So, I guess that's why I'm still 12.
We'll do the AMA's red carpet tomorrow. Pak or
Oh,
pat.
yes. I didn't get to see it though.
So watch out for that. They'll be choosing some of the most interesting looks. Mm,
And Drag Dance coming soon.
that's so exciting.
Sino ba mga bet nyo? Mga Drag Dance fans? Apparently, there's a cosplayer. I was telling Hazel a while ago. One of the Drag Den queens is a cosplay queen. That's so
Mm.
interesting. Then there's a bearded queen. Like, that's what's interesting about Drag Den. It's like a mixture of all of these people from different kinds of queens.
Yeah. I'm just really excited to see what the format will be, how the whole thing.
Nadulas ako, sabi ni Beer
Although-
Beer. No, I didn't actually because it's already been announced. If you check online,
Yeah,
the queens have been announced.
have been
na.
announced.
Mm-mm.
And the trailer is out.
Yes.
So interesting. Okay, hold on. Let's go back on air.
Monster RX93.1. Time for the final top 10 for today and some final greets.
Yes, let's go check out the text line. Good morning to my friend Rai, who just agreed with Markki's statement earlier, saying yes, Markki,
Which
about
one?
the whole relationship coming to an end comment. Hi
yeah.
to JL or J Lasada, who says, thank you for being on air every day.
Aw.
From the pandemic until now, you guys have kept me going. from going crazy. Going through a
Oh.
Aw.
tough time now, but I can always count on TMR to put a smile on my
Aw.
face. I appreciate you tons, and we appreciate your message,
We
Jay.
do. Thank you very much.
Yeah, we hope things get better for you. And thank you so much for always tuning in. Hello to Height of Hubris. Can I ask again for the title of the biblical movie, The Chosen,
The
season
Chosen.
3? That's the one that's out in theaters in the US. Good morning as well to the people that I met last night at my event.
Hey
Hi to
guys.
Steven, and hello to Steven is like a podcast listener, and he's pretty behind. So he will hear this when he catches up on the podcast. And hello to AJ as well, my co-host last night. And to everybody that came up to me, took photos, said hello. Hello, thank you for tuning in.
Parang episodic na talaga tayo. I still don't understand it fully, the whole podcasting, because I've never gotten into podcasts. But then you realize, oh my gosh, yeah. If you're
Yeah.
behind, then
Oh,
watching previous episodes.
and Steven actually told me, kasi nga, he only gets to listen to the podcast, but
Okay.
he listens religiously. And he says, minsan daw, there are moments when he's listening and like, he wants to send an entry to the topic, but then he realizes, oh, this is a podcast.
Yeah, it is.
I can't send in an entry. Like, he was like, maybe you could have like a, I don't know, like a delayed thing na parang maybe we can send entries to the podcast listeners and then something like that. And I'm like, yeah, that's why we have all the portions na, we encourage people to send via email.
Yes.
Like yung mga
Yeah.
Chico Misterioso, so that y'all can still be a part of the show, even if you don't get to participate sa
Kumbaga
top 10.
delayed
Yeah.
gratification
Mm-mm.
kasi it'll be in future episodes.
Yes.
So yeah, but like if you can and you're awake during the mornings, come and watch or come and watch our Facebook Live or send in your entries. Kahit send in your entries lang.
Mm-mm.
It's interesting because like the people I was streaming with over the weekend listen to us apparently every morning. They just don't chime in. The silent rushers. So and
Thank
it's
you.
great to see some of the silent rushers messaging us once in a while and saying hi. So
All
it's
right.
great to meet all y'all.
And we do have our final batch of the top 10, courtesy of Victoriano. Thank you for the topic. Mature ka na ba? Let's start off at number 10, coming from Queen of Deadma. When you realize na masarap pala to eat alone, travel alone, watch movies alone, to be
Mm.
alone without necessarily being lonely. Na okay din naman yung to admit that sometimes being alone is lonely, but also being alone can be actually be nice.
Yes, being alone is nice.
Diba? So, kumbaga, it's not one or the other. It can be both depending on the situation. Sometimes there are moods kasi na you're craving for company. Oh, yan, being alone sucks. But there are also times when you just want to do your own thing and not have to be saddled with like other people's opinions, other
Yeah.
people's interests, and just do your own thing. And number 8 from Camilo, mature ka na ba? Which one do you use more? Foresight or hindsight? I think being mature will be more of foresight. Kasi mas iniisip mo na before you do it. Hindsight kasi is like, crap, I shouldn't have done that.
In
True.
Looking
hindsight,
back,
yeah.
maybe I shouldn't have said that to my boss when that
So looking to the
happened.
future as opposed to looking to the past.
Yes. Yung parang like,
Yes.
bago mo pa gawin, yung very think before you click. That
But I
kind of
think
thing.
there's also something good about just thinking in the present. Diba?
Totoo, meron din.
Because if
Siguro
you-
a little bit of all.
A little bit of all.
Yeah.
Because you learn some lessons from the past as well, right? So it's like combining everything as opposed to just focusing on the future, focusing on the past.
And sorry, I skipped number 9 from Tampupu. When you say something and it turns out it was wrong, do you apologize and acknowledge your mistake? Or do you throw ad hominem statements at the person who called you out? Instead of just saying, oh yeah, I was wrong, a-attack mo naman yung nag-correct sa'yo, thinking that it was an attack, when in fact, it was just a correction.
Yeah, you get defensive.
You get very defensive.
Yeah.
Number 7 from Archer Aguilar, mature ka na ba? You promptly ask the people surrounding you if they have lost something. Instead of your usual, you snooze, you
You
lose.
lose.
very
Wake up quiz.
wake up quiz. Number 6 from Lilo Boy. Mature ka na ba kapag imbes na Apple Store, mas excited ka nang pumunta sa IKEA or IKEA?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I
Diba?
mean,
Kasi parang like, when you were younger, if people told you you'll go to like a furniture store, you'd be like, what? What are we going to do
boring.
there? There's nothing to do
Yeah.
there. What are we going to buy?
I still
Couch?
haven't. I haven't been to IKEA
I haven't.
here.
I have. Can we please all go?
Oh, that would be.
There's this pillow I want to buy.
Mm.
There's this like one really really nice pillow that you can just hug because it's like a big, what do you call that? Like a hot dog
Hugger pillow,
Hugger
yeah.
pillow. Oh, it's the
Ooh.
best.
Oh,
And like,
those are nice.
let's just say Kai bought one and I wanted to.
You know my nickname in college before?
What?
Hugger pillow.
Why? Because people just hug you?
Parang like,
You
I'm
just-
available to become a hugger pillow. Yeah.
Yeah, so
pag nyari nalagas na yung hugger pillow ni sino sama mo bumili?
si Kai.
Okay. Is that your brother? Okay. So like yun, pag kunyari parang nalapnos na yung hugger pillow, I have been known to be like a hugger pillow. Yeah.
Ay, kasi parang gusto ko ng bagong hugger pillow eh. So,
Kung si Kai na lang kay Chico, si Baby Whale na lang sa'yo.
pwede.
Hindi, parang out of stock na pala yung mga unan. Out of stock na pala yung mga unan. Sorry, ma'am. Ma'am, balik na lang po kayo sa...
Whatever. I actually have 2 new pillows that I haven't opened yet because I got them delivered. And just got them from SNR. I got them delivered and then I got sick.
Yeah.
Remember? And obviously, I didn't want to use it while I was sick. So I decided to put it off. Sabi ko, sige, pagka recovered na ako, I'll use it na. Hindi ko pa nabubuksan until
Alam mo,
now.
it's so weird because we do have hugger pillow, one each. And kasi like when I saw that, alam mo yung it's like literally as long as we are tall. Ganun siya kalaki.
Mm.
And when we saw it, we was like, oh my gosh, must have. Kasi like, hello, why wouldn't you want it? But to be honest, like literally it's on the bed, right?
Yeah.
Pag matutulog na ako, like, nalagay ko na siya sa, like, I don't want it. I don't hug it. I just need my 2 pillows, the regular sized pillows.
Yeah, I've never been into hot dogs
Turns
or
out, I'm
hugger
not into that.
pillows or I prefer normal pillows, but I have like at the moment I have 2, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 and
No,
2
you don't.
unopened pillows.
You have that's 8, right? Plus 2.
Sino yung 2?
Oh, dyan.
They're not pillows.
Your dirty pillows.
Kasi 'di ba, like ginagamit ko siya, let's say sa sandal ako dun sa may side ng bed and I need something to prop my back up. Hindi ko siya I can't sleep with it.
Alam mo, medyo ano
It's not-
din
I
ako,
don't know.
wasteful
I
ako
don't
sa
know.
pillows
So
kasi
weird.
I have like 2 to 3 on my head.
On your, yeah.
Yung parang may
May-
nasa likod,
Oo,
merong
right.
merong susunod. So,
Mm.
I don't even know why I do that. And also feeling ko parang sign of aging, yung pataas ng pataas yung pillow mo. Because when you're younger, like when I was younger, I would only use one pillow on my head to rest my head on. Pero parang as I got older, because sometimes you have like reflux, may mga ganun ka ng issues. And sometimes parang it's when you have allergic rhinitis, parang it's just easier to breathe when your head is a little bit higher.
I get headaches kasi.
But it's just so bad for your back.
Yun.
Yun,
get
kaya I have
headaches when
multiple.
I have-
Kasi parang
if
medyo
I-
ina-extend ko na may support siya all the way to the, like below the shoulders.
Yeah, if I sleep on 2 pillows, I'll have a headache the next day. It has to be just one.
Yeah.
One fluffy pillow and that's it. Yeah.
No, but I'm bad. I have like 6
Yeah.
plus a one of those hot dog things.
Oh my gosh. And number 5 from Prince Kingsman, mature ka na ba? You are aware that your wounds are probably not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. Things happen to us growing up, and yeah, It's not your fault that sometimes you encounter trauma, you
That's
encounter
why you need to see someone for that.
yeah.
Normalize, like, taking care of your mental health. And actually, my friend and I were talking about this a few nights ago. Yung parang it's so lovely that now people are so much more open to
Mm.
like seeing therapists.
Mm.
And it's like parang there doesn't even have to be a huge thing that
Yeah.
happened to you, like a huge traumatic experience. Parang it just helps. It just helps you like organize your thoughts, and it helps when you talk to someone with an objective point of view.
Sometimes kasi you need somebody to walk you through it. Kasi minsan
Mm-mm.
on your own, baka nga traumatic siya, you might not have, it's like entering a labyrinth and you
Yeah.
might not know where to go once you access those emotions, those
Yeah.
memories. So when you have a professional who will walk you through it, it might actually be much easier for you to navigate those difficult
Yeah.
memories.
So when my
Yeah.
friend and I were talking about it, I was encouraging her because she was like, I really feel like I need to see one. And she was like, yeah, parang I want to try. And I was like, yeah, dapat talaga, I support you. Tapos na-realize ko, ako na may mga traumatic experiences for real,
Mm-mm.
more than her, ha? I mean,
Mm-mm.
in terms of like
Mm-mm.
actual trauma. Parang biglang sabi ko, actually naisip ko din yan, pero parang di pa ako ready. Parang I just want to stay in this toxic place that
How honest. I want to stay in this toxic place.
I'm
right
not ready to resolve all my like
now.
all the stuff from my past.
You know what's interesting? I actually read this recently in he's a friend. He's a friend, and he's very very friendly to me in
Mm.
terms of he's a writer. He posted something. Millennials, Gen Z, majority of callers on mental health online. So he responds and says, "I find this alarming." And interestingly enough, I looked at it in a different way. Instead of finding it alarming, I said, "I actually think it's great that we are so open to talk about our feelings." Because
Yeah.
it's important that we have time and that space to be able to speak about how we feel
Yeah.
so that we can heal.
Yeah.
Because if we keep it pent up, it's like a cancer if you think about it, right? It's like a tumor that you don't treat. It'll just
Mhm.
get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and in the end it could kill you.
That's true. Pero for me kasi at the moment, I look at it as like an unopened box.
Yeah.
Na I was able to put everything in that box. And I feel like I am not ready to open that box and to like revisit everything that's in there and try to relate it to my experiences now and like how I deal with emotions and life and everything
Mm.
that's going on. Parang I think I'm in an okay place. I'm in a good place anyways with that box unopened. So maybe in the future,
Tsaka you have to be in a certain headspace
yeah,
if you want to get into that, because it's not going to be a walk in the park.
it is not.
So
Because you're
medyo
gonna
Really
revisit
isn't.
all that stuff.
reopen wounds,
Oo.
revisit memories that you might not want to
Yes.
revisit, pero necessary for your healing.
It
Pero
is necessary.
medyo kailangan, yun nga, totoo naman yun. Like, you have to be like, you have to want it at that time.
Yeah.
And you will know when it's time.
For me, like I know the effect I know that like okay, for example, I know that the reason I have intimacy issues and the reason that I don't want to be in a relationship, period, is because of all the trauma from my past.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
obviously this isn't normal.
Yeah.
Like how I feel about certain things.
Mm.
Hindi siya yung normal na, 'di ba? Like you talk to anyone, they want to be with someone or they
Right.
want to have a healthy
Or at least
relationship
kahit
or
hindi
like
nila priority, parang they're not
hindi, pero
averse.
they're not
They're not
averse. But
averse to the
the
idea.
thing is, I am. And I'm like, I wasn't always this way. And I feel like ang daming nangyari sa akin in the past that made me feel this way
Mhm.
now. But at the same time, I feel like, but I'm okay feeling
Pero
this
okay
way.
naman.
Oo,
Oo,
meron
oo.
akong ganun eh. So,
Or alam mo
I
yung
don't know.
okay ka naman, pero alam mo na pwedeng mas okay ka pa.
Right. Things
Pero
can
it's like,
change. But do I
parang,
want things to
Do
change?
I want things to
it's like, I
change?
want to do that, but maybe on another day, not today.
Yeah. It's like, but I
Yeah.
want to keep living this life anyways.
For now.
Yeah.
For now.
Kasi aabot
True.
ka rin dun sa part na you're like,
Maybe.
maybe it's time.
Maybe magtatanong ka na
Yung
parang,
parang,
bakit ba ganito
Oo,
ako?
yung parang, and maybe I wanna face my demons, and
Mm.
you just wait for that day when you feel like you're ready to open that box.
Maybe
Yes.
when I'm like 60? 70?
Gosh.
Naku,
Hindi,
gusto
alam
ko
mo,
pa naman older
You'd be
people.
surprised. Baka earlier than you think. Kasi parang, alam mo yun, lalo na when you start thinking about it in these terms already.
Oo.
Maybe not yet going to a therapist, but the fact that you start thinking about it na, you know what, one of these days, for all you know, you're much closer than a week ago.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The fact that you're considering it already.
You know what? When I realized I was in a toxic headspace,
Mm.
I was having a conversation with Richard. And what's up, Richard? If you ever get to listen to this, and then parang I don't know what we were talking about. We were talking about marriage, and then I was like, ew, why? I mean, I don't know. I look at marriage as like a last resort.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun yung conversation namin. I'm like, that's like my, alam mo yun, last
Yeah.
resort. Yung parang kapag if I have
Gets.
no choice, I'm just gonna find someone to marry.
You
But
know
I'm
what?
like, that is not healthy.
Mm-mm.
You know what? That's why, if you think about it, you find your chosen family.
Yeah.
Like, also, if you think about the LGBT community, who sometimes and in a lot of countries can't have kids, can't get married or whatever, you look for a group of people that you choose to be around as well. Like, for
True.
example, like, you think, oh my gosh, wala akong kasama sa Pasko, wala na yung parents ko, wala na yung whatever. At least I have this group of friends who are there for me
Mm.
during this time.
Yeah.
And I guess that's Richard as well for you, Hazel, and like, we're here for you.
Ito yung convo namin. Parang may sinasabi siya na parang may Celtic tong certain reality show character na nag-propose dun sa girl and then they're like gonna get married. And I was like, my gosh, I think she can do better. I hated her for seemingly being so desperate for a ring. Tapos parang basta yun yung conversation, right? And I'm like, girl, if you have all the money and success, why would you even want marriage? Okay, maybe that's just me. I look at marriage as a get out of jail card. Like literally last resort. Yan yung
Oh my God.
conversation na. And then after that, I was like, maybe that's not so healthy.
Maybe it isn't.
Whatever.
And number 4 from Pearly Shells, mature ka na ba when you already accept that the weight of friendship doesn't mean constant communication, but keeping the friendship alive even with little communication?
But how little is little? Like if
well.
you haven't heard from a friend for maybe years, are they still your friend?
You know what? I have experienced this. High school friend. And I only got to talk to him pre-pandemic, like right before the pandemic, yung huling December, so December 2019. Literally, we haven't talked to each other since high school. I mean, it was amazing. Like, obviously, we don't know each other. We don't know the present
Yeah, you
version of us, but we were like, it's so nice to see you.
But that's reconnecting with an old friend. Pero parang the whole time that you weren't speaking, you didn't think of that person as your friend, did you?
Ako, I did kasi, ewan ko, maybe that's me. I mean, like, kunyari lang, di ba, no connection whatsoever. But for whatever reason, bigla siyang mag-reach out. Yeah, I'd say, yeah, I'm having coffee with a friend. And that's what we did. Like, after forever that we never talked to each other. I forgot kung siya o ako. Siya yata kasi he doesn't live in the Philippines anymore. Hey, I'm in Manila. I was like, oh my gosh, can we please see each other? And we did, and it was amazing.
Coffee talagang go-to mo, no?
Oo.
Like with old friends, also with
It's not
new friends.
It's not a drink. No.
With new friends,
it's
like coffee.
Oo.
It's a drink, but non-alcoholic.
Pero I love it. I love that we, and a couple of other like friends from LSGH. Yeah, like, kasi pag LSGH talagang parang halos wala na akong connection. But yeah, the few that I get to talk to, like, it's amazing. Like, super, super nice. Number 3 from Fifoy Pfeiffer. Mature ka na ba realizing that Jerry, the rat, was an antagonistic little a-hole and had whatever Tom did to him coming?
Oh, I've always wanted Jerry to get caught.
Yes.
Like, even as a child, I would always wish for
You'd
Tom.
root for Tom?
Yes! Galit na galit ako.
Ako
Hate na
kasi,
hate ko si Jerry.
honestly, hindi ko sila type pareho. Ang alam mo yung busit na busit ako.
Natatangahan ako kay Tom eh. Nakaka-irita
Alam mong iritang-irita ako. They're such bullies. Chip and Dale.
Oh,
They
Yes.
would annoy Donald Duck. Kasi sa akin, kasi Donald is always presented as an antagonistic character. Kasi ba masungit siya. And then, pero sa akin, like usually the Chip and Dale versus Donald Duck cartoons always starts off with Donald minding his own business. Alam mo yung nagtatanim siya, may tinatayo siyang whatever, may binibuild siya.
Nananahimik siya.
Tapos guguluhin siya nung dalawa.
Oo.
Tapos the entire cartoon will be him trying to get back at the two and failing. And I'm like, wait, you're doing Donald dirty.
It's so frustrating.
It's so frustrating.
What did you feel about that pussycat that ate that bird?
Ano naman, kasi same yan eh.
Tweety Bird.
Tweety and Sylvester.
Sylvester.
Roadrunner and Wile E.
Wile E.
Coyote.
Coyote.
It's the same relationship.
Pero ang pinaka-pinanood ko kasi talaga Tom and Jerry.
Okay.
Kaya gigil na gigil ako kay Jerry. Tapos galit pa ako sa daga. I don't like.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Diba?
Mhm.
Oh.
And number 2 from Al Macchiato, mature ka na ba when you restrain yourself from burning bridges when you leave a traumatic workplace? Kasi alam mo namang those connections will still be usable in the future.
Oh, yeah.
Like, doesn't mean that you're not pissed off or you're not BV, but
And
it's
what is
like,
the point?
what's the
You're
point?
leaving
Yeah.
anyway.
Yes.
What is
So,
the point?
Alam mo yon? Yeah, there's a level of plastikan, a little bit.
Yeah, but then again,
Pero for your own benefit,
yeah,
it might be useful to not burn bridges.
I agree.
Yeah.
And the top, mature ka na ba, comes from the Super Malas guy.
The super malas guy says.
This is a bit of like an interactive entry, ha. Mature ka na ba? Do you still find it hilarious kapag pina-search mo yung Brazil national football coach? Search it.
Ano na, sorry?
Google it. Brazil national football coach. 4 words. Brazil national football coach. Very immature, I must say. So
I have to say that this
yeah,
is tight.
very much.
Very, very tight.
So apparently, pag hilarious pa rin ang tingin mo dyan sa little stunt na yan, maybe you're not mature yet.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so what about us?
Congratulations, by the way, to England. My gosh.
Did they win?
6-2 over Iran.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a,
6-2.
Yes.
that's a pretty
No,
big
but-
lead.
By the
But
way,
that's interesting that Iran got into the World Cup.
by the way, Chico, I have some names for you. To check out.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. First, Deer. Dier. Dier.
Okay.
Dyer. I don't know how to say
Eric?
his name. Yes, but tell me your thoughts.
Eric
Eric?
Deer.
Yes, Eric Deer.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
me.
Dear, oh dear.
Oh dear.
Markki, did you search?
Eric Deer.
Oh
Yes.
dear me.
Oh dear me.
I searched.
Dear
What I
Diary.
found is Eric the Deer. This one.
Eric.
No,
Dear.
no, that's not what you
Okay.
look for. You look for. How about
Sige. Lay it on me.
Jordan Henderson?
Jordan Henderson.
Parang mas dear ang feeling ko na.
Deer.
Dear ka pa din.
Team Deer.
Team Deer. Okay, how about Mason Mount? Mason. Yeah. Ano pa rin? Deer pa rin. Pero like, Okay,
I would not
okay.
be averse.
Are you? Yeah, you're not a verse.
You asked for it.
No, I'm not.
Woo, child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sabi ni Al, Diyos ko, arte pa kay Mason Mount, ah.
Hindi naman. Alam mo kasi, you know why? Si Mason Mount reminds me of a bird.
The features. Yeah.
Yung kasi ang laki ng ilong, yung ang tusok, ang tuli, I mean para siyang beak. Tinan mo, it looks like a beak, like it's so like a bird. Yeah. Pero yeah, like
parang
I said,
matulis yung ano niya.
yung bird.
Features niya. Did you just see matulis yung bird? Wala akong ganun ako sinasabi.
Unlike-
Chico po yun.
Unlike
yung
But
beak,
yung ilong.
yung beak nga.
unlike si Evie Oddly
Mm.
na
Ay, okay,
hindi
sige.
di ba?
Ay, kay dear na lang ako.
Ah,
Oh dear,
Dear.
talaga.
Ay.
Dear, oh dear.
Hindi
Pang morning
matulis.
crush yan. Oo.
Mm-mm.
Sige
Anyway.
na, ano na yung
Oh, what about
mature ka na
us?
ba? Obviously, we're not. Pero sige, mature ka na ba?
Oh, definitely I've matured in certain areas of my life. But probably
Oh shoot.
I
lost
don't know
your
how mature am
battery.
I. Hindi talaga.
Hindi talaga.
Kasi yeah, I still have my bratty moments. And yun nga, like when I'm in pain, when I get sick, I cry like a baby. Meron akong ganun.
Okay.
Na parang when I just don't know how to deal with things, I just throw a tantrum.
Mm.
Yeah, I still throw tantrums. So in that sense, maybe I'm not so emotionally mature. Emotionally, hindi ako mature.
Okay.
Roy, ka muna.
Ako I would think like I'm pretty mature.
I would think so too.
Yeah, I think you're incredibly mature.
Oh, you're
like
pretty
I don't
mature.
really
For
like do tantrums and all that. And my standard reaction to anything is really like medyo poker face. Gets yung parang
Yeah.
like, well, it is what it is. You know, I tend to have that kind of thing with events. I mean, I don't stop myself from reacting. You know, if it's a sad event, then I allow myself to feel sad. If I'm angry, I allow myself to feel angry. But in the end, I wrap it all up with, well,
That's life.
that's life. It is what it is. You take the good with the bad. So medyo ganun ako. So yeah, I mean, I guess it took a while before I got to that
Place,
headspace.
yeah.
But yeah, usually I'm like that.
I'm not very mature. But like I can't even take care of myself at home sometimes. But I also have matured in a lot of different ways when it comes to dealing with I used to burn bridges really quickly, but nowadays I have learned to
Be more
ask for
diplomatic,
forgiveness
maybe?
when needed.
Mhm.
Really try to make sure that I understand where other people are coming from before I start judging them. And it's actually been great because for example, with this whole like mula sa buwan thing, instead of going about it in a very negative light, I'm still super close with everyone in the cast and still
Mm.
super close with the director. And the director is just like, you know what? There are so many things I wanna cast you for in the future. So this is not burning of a bridge because you aren't able to do the show. It is more like, you tried to find a way to do the show. You tried to find a way to end up working with us in the end of this. But it just didn't work out for us this time.
Mm.
But there is no hard feelings from either side because you handled it the correct way. There are times kasi that when you feel animosity or whatever, hurt or pain towards someone, you tend to burn bridges and you tend to end things. And because of that, you do things in a way that isn't professional.
Mhm.
But because I handle things professionally now, I'm still really good friends with everyone in the cast and
Right.
everyone in the show.
Mhm.
And actually, in the past 2 years, I think that I've made more friends with people I've worked with as opposed to, just treating them like workmates.
Right.
I've turned them into friends. So, yeah, it's something that I've learned through aging,
Yeah.
I guess.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there you go. And thank you for like joining us for another day. Sino ba yung nagsabi? Tawang-tawa ako. Yung parang, opo, hindi po sila masyadong conscious po sa oras po. Opo.
Sorry
We
po.
try.
So we try.
We try.
every day.
It just doesn't,
So
Things
thank you
just get
for joining.
exciting towards the
Yes.
end. But
So
thanks for
thank
joining
you.
us.
Thank you for joining
We'll
us.
be back tomorrow, so we'll talk to you then. Stick around. Nikki
Yes.
is up next.
Nikki.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.